Greetings, freaks and folks. This is Vlad the Lad, and we are back at it with another deck creation. This time around, it would be the Mono Shurima Rising. But before we go into that, let me actually get something off my chest, as some of you are not watching till the end. So I would just say it right away. First of all, I want to thank you a lot for all those subs I received. I mean, I'm barely 6 weeks in it, and we're already at over 80 subs. That's also thanks to the reaction videos I did, and yeah, I guess the YouTube algorithm was a bit, yeah, it was my favorite in that sense, that I had more viewers and thus more subs in that time. So yeah, but anyway, I had the goal to reach 100 subscribers until the end of summer, and I guess we are on a very good way to actually reach that. So I decided to have a new goal, which would be 150. I mean, I still want to be sort of realistic, because my normal deck creation videos aren't viewed that much. So I guess until the next releases, there won't be a sub explosion like I had it the last weeks around. Yeah, then another announcement in a sense is that I will be in a hospital from Tuesday, and from that on 1.5 weeks around. So there won't be any videos for around the next 2 weeks. So just, you know, it's nothing like crucial or terrible. It's just an operation with my leg, and I wanted to do that for some time now, and now I will. So yeah, for the next 2 weeks there won't be any videos, but afterwards I will be at home, so I won't be at work for another 3 weeks or so. And I really want to look into making more and a load of videos, and getting all those ideas I have in my mind with the new expansion actually get rolling on and show those videos in deck creations actually. So stay tuned for that, and more than ever now it's the time to sub and actually ring the bell to not miss out on those videos if you enjoy this video and videos like that. And then, as you may notice, I don't tend to do a lot of cuts in my explanations, and some of you told me that it's hard to listen sometimes, and you want it a bit more fresh and fast-paced, but I'm not that kind of person in that way, that I want to keep it more sort of authenticity going on, right? So there is sort of a relation between you as a viewer and me as a video producer, and I want to keep that relation growing in a sense. And I think cuts are in the videos are actually not helping a lot in that regard, at least for the explanation. I mean, during the gameplay I actually do cut a lot. Obviously it's boring to watch me or the opponent how he's thinking about his next step or her next step, and so I will stay cutting there as well. And another announcement in that sense, normally I tend to jump into the gameplay after my explanation from the deck, and I will go on doing this, but it turned out that sometimes I record around an hour or maybe a bit less, and in that time sometimes you get a lot of losses, because in the end it's a card game, you know, and I will look forward to actually cut single games out of that part and add others. So if there was a very boring match, I mean, sometimes even if you win, it's boring. If you win too fast and you just high roll and the enemy doesn't find his cards or her cards. So I will stay with this yeah, possibility to actually cut out single games. But yeah, well, that's the reason why I want to, or this is how I want to make it a bit more fresh and more, yeah, watchable in a sense, right? So yeah, without any more rambling, I'm already 5 minutes in it, let's actually dive into today's video, which is, as I mentioned, Shurima Arise. And I had a blast playing it, and I think it has an interaction that probably not many are looking into. It could be a bug. I didn't see, or I didn't find anything on the internet saying that it's a bug or not. And I haven't seen any YouTubers covering that either. So what is it about? It's about the buried sun disk, and when you have 2 of them on the board, like normally it would advance 10 rounds for 1 sun disk. But the fact of the matter is, if you have 2 buried sun disks on the board and you level up 1 ascendant, actually one of those buried sun disks gets advanced by 20, which means normally if you're around 5 and after, like you play this on 1 usually, and then you copy it with Taliyah. That's actually the main reason why we are running Taliyah. You copy the buried sun disk, and then you level up an ascendant, and the first buried sun disk directly restores the sun disk. So the countdown goes down to 0 if you are level or around 5 and after, which is very normal to level up an ascendant at that point. So you can actually really reliable get those level 3 animations going from Azir and also from Renekton and also from Nasus. Now, why do we have all of 4 of these champions in the deck? This is due to the ability that also the Ascendens has, which says, where does it say it? Oh yeah, here. Immediately draw 1 of each Ascendant ally for the rest of the game. All level 2 Ascendant allies are level 3. So, like I mentioned, it will advance the Ascendants directly to level 3. And much more important, it will draw all of the other Ascendants if we don't have them in hand. So normally if we have Azir in hand, maybe this is sort of the easiest one to level up. We can play him and then advance our double buried sun disk to 0, and then directly getting drawn the Nasus and the Renekton, plus getting us to level 3 Azir, which obviously will give us the Emperor's deck as a win condition. And yeah, this is a lot of fun to play, I gotta say. And if you don't find the Azir, like we can find him through the Golden Ambassador, which is obviously the Allegiance card we want to run in this deck. It says draw a champion and grant it +2/+2. If we have meet the Allegiance, we always do because we are mono Shurima. And then we have them in hand, play the Renekton, play the Nasus, and then we can use the Ascendens Rise to reliably level them up if we don't meet the level up condition, which is for him being a 10 attack and striking, or for the Renekton for dealing 12 damage in total, which can be hard to pull off because like the Shurima package isn't that good at the moment. And also this deck isn't built around like getting the Nasus and the Renekton level up right away. Like we have some exhaust, a 2-of and a 2-of of Ruthless Predator to give the enemy vulnerable and actually have the opportunity to get the Renekton and Nasus level up in a natural way. But most of the time it's too risky to do so, and we rather want to use the Ascendens Rise, which is why we have it as 2-of here. And as we level them up, Nasus or Renekton on the board with the Ascendens Rise, we will actually progress our buried sun disk by 20 if we have 2 of them out, and thus giving us direct level 3 Renekton, which is a 10/10, and dealing to the enemies by attacking and blocking, which will get us back into the game right away. And also the Nasus giving all enemies -3 attack, which is a lot. I can't explain how many games I won with that, why I reduced the attacks by that much. It's just a blast to play. Yeah, but we need to reach that point, right? We are sort of mid-range, slow, almost late game deck. We have another win condition, which is Taliyah. If she is leveled up with the 5 landmarks, we will actually be able to pull off her her ability, which is dealing 2 to my blocker, or to her blocker. If it's dead or gone, deal 2 to the enemy nexus instead. So we can reliably also take out enemies with her and the vulnerable keyword with the Predator and the Exhaust, and also dealing damage to the enemy nexus. So you can also go by damage and just Taliyah alone, as we have 3 of Ancient Preparations, which helps us finding our key cards that we need, like the special Ascendens, or maybe the Ascendens Rise card that we need. And also the Buried Sun is landmark right away, that we play on turn 1 always. So she is always on 1 out of 5 landmarks. If she comes out, she produces another, so it's a guaranteed 2 out of 5 level up already. And then we just play some Ancient Preparations, super cheap landmark, or we play the Rock Hopper, which gives us also a 3 of here, which gives us another landmark. Also, we have the Preservarium in 3 of, and we have Ancient Hourglass as a 2 of, which also gives us the Status Statue, which is also a landmark. If you play it, for example, on the Rock Hopper, you will get summoned again after the Ancient Hourglass gets off the Status Statue. We will get the Rock Hopper resummoned again, and he will give us another landmark. So we have a super easy time leveling up our Taliyah. Sometimes we have issues with board space, so keep that in mind. This is really important, that you have enough space on the board. Now, what else do we have? We have the Dune Keeper, basically only to get 2 blockers for 1 mana, which is super strong. We usually don't play him on turn 1 because we always want to play the Buried Sun Disk. We want to advance it as fast as we can. And yeah, this is the reason why we're playing. And the other reason is obviously Azir, because for 1 mana we summon 2 units, which will then progress his level up. And this is, like I said, the easiest one to level up, where we play 10 units in total. Okay, we almost have all cards covered. Let me say something about the Rite of Negation. This is obviously the deny, dominating the meta still. And there is no doubt this is a super strong and good card that you should run at least 2 as a 2 of. We do it as a 3 of to protect our win conditions, which are our ascendants. If they are threatened by anything, we can deny this with this card, and also with a 2 of Ancient Hourglass, and preserve them and level them up later down the line with Ascendance Rise or with their normal win, level up condition. And we are vulnerable obviously to aggro, as we are a slow deck, and that's why we have a 3 of Spiritfire, which is super strong. Like, you can't imagine how many moments I had where the enemy was like, oh, I will open an attack, and then I just Spiritfire, reduce their attack, and sometimes board wipe the enemy afterwards, as they have a wide but low life board with Spiders or Twisted Fate and Fizz, and all the decks like this, they really suffer from Spiritfire a lot. So this is a 3 of here. We have Desert Naturalist as a landmark remover. If the enemy gets to play a very crucial landmark, maybe the Sundisk themselves, or maybe Twisted Fate and Aphelios with their temple landmark and everything, we can remove it. Or if we don't have any enemy with landmarks, we can use her to maybe remove the Rolling Sands or a Ancient Preparations, where we only get the Clockling afterwards. Like, the important thing is to predict and to summon landmarks, so the 2/2 is nice, but we don't need it that like, we don't need it really badly, English, and thus we can use her to actually kill one of our landmarks and get a Grumpy Rock Bear on the board. And I think that's the deck list. This is also a very important card I didn't mention about, didn't talk about, is the Devoted Council. And like I said, we have a very easy time leveling up our Taliyah, and also the Azir is sort of easy to level up. And if we do, we have the Devoted Council, which gives us 2 Nexus health back each round. And that's why I also have it as a 3 of. Not only that, but also because it's a 3 mana 6 health body that we can use to block a lot of enemies. So it's sort of the Bubble Beer, but not with elusive, and actually 1 attack, which can go a long way with removing any 1 health units that have a high attack. We can block into them, trade, they don't die. The Devoted Council, and gives us constantly life back. And also because it's sort of the only way to gain life in Shurima. The other way is the Ruinous Path, which we have as one of here. And we drain 2 from the enemy nexus there, so we can heal 2 back into our nexus, but we don't run more of them, as it can be hard to activate sometimes because you have to slay a unit. And like I said, this is no synergy deck around slaying with Nasus and everything. We actually want just to level up our Azir and then Taliyah, double up our Buried Sun Disc, and then just go with a level 3 ascendens insanity, let's say. Okay, now we're already 15 minutes in it. This is sort of the longest deck I ever had. Sorry for that, but I think I wanted to say in detail what this deck is about and how you should pilot it. Like I said, I had a blast playing it, and we will, as always, jump in together in those games and look how we will perform. Alright, another 3 champion deck against a 4 champion deck. Like, thing is, I had this setup or this opponent with the Aurelian Soul once, and I had already my Emperor's deck and I lost to it, so Aurelian Soul is still the nuttier card in that sense, because he can just play his Living Legends and fill his hand with 3 spells when he's leveled up, and he was leveled up at that point, so yeah, it was hard to play around 3 Sky's Descent and board wiping me 3 times in 1 round. Yeah, let's actually get rid of this. We want to keep 1 Deny in hand for later down the line. We want to draw, but we want to mulligan away our late game cards. And also the Spirit Fire, we don't need it, as we don't face an aggro deck here. As always, we will draw our Buried Sun Disc here and play it at first glimpse, obviously, as we want to go with the countdown rolling on. We love to see Rockhopper in the second round here, as he is forced now to play something that he wants to get vulnerable to. Usually I then follow up with an Energy Preparations or Perseverarium if I have it in hand to pass over initiative, and waiting for him to commit the unit that then gets vulnerable. At this point, I'm not quite sure. I guess I do want to have the Ascendens Rise, because sometimes you can have a hard time finding it as a 2-off in the deck, and if you don't find it early enough, it can get hard to pull it off, and this is actually one of our win conditions here, so... yeah, he decides to not drop any unit, so we will just go ahead and Perseverarium here. Draw our Ascendens Rise right away, and attack. Watch me. We find our Taliyah, which is super nice. Like I said, we already have board space issues, but he will play something, I guess, with so that Rolling Sands will go off. Yeah, that's awesome. And we could... I think we want to remove this right away. Like, there's just too much value here. I'm super happy I can show the power of her right away. Like, removing his... what's it called? The Plaza is very important. Like, she can attack into something here, but she really doesn't want to. And now she doesn't have the Challenger, which is really important. I do want to block this here. Threaten her with the most damage that we can pull off. Draw another card. We are to... Oh, we already have Taliyah leveled up. Yeah, like I said before, I can show off her power right away. Leveling her in round 5. Faster than the wind. And now he's in trouble. And we have the attack token. This was like... This is sort of high rolling with this normally slow pace deck. That we found all our cards that we needed. And we have more card draw here. Like, this is also something I really love about this deck, that it's really hard to run out of gas. As we have the 2 mana landmark where we draw 2. The Preservarium. And yeah, we have this for card draw. We have yeah, other card draw as well, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack here. We actually want to remove the Herald here, so it doesn't get any more cheap units. Or cheap dragons, rather. We're threatening 9 damage here. And this is also super nice, as you have the Buried Sun Disk on the board always. She always will have her condition met, where she gets another two triggers for her spell. Yeah, this is to be expected. He doesn't want to sacrifice any of these dragons.
As foretold, the skies darken with their approach.
Another Herald, unfortunately, but he's running out of gas already, so we could be good here. Obviously, we want to find one of our ascendens with this card here, fish it out, and then level it up with the Ascendance Rise. Our Azir is 4, not too much. Yeah, I want to play this. I don't think I want to deny anything, so I don't keep the deny mana up here. I will have still the Ruthless Predator up to boost some attack. Like, if they want to remove our Taliyah, it's not that crazy. The fact that we found Azir and having him 3-7 now is super decent as well, as he has a hard time killing him. If he has Concerted Strike, he could. But then again, we have our denies here, 2 of them in hand. So yeah, overpress here.
End them.
Okay. Like, I don't think this is a good attack at all. Yeah, we'll just block here, block here. I don't think I want to block these dragons and push them and attack. Like, I can block with the Taliyah here. He's not threatened. As he has tapped out completely, which was also stupid to my eyes. She will level, but we can just Ruthless Predator here. And kill her off. This looks perfect. Like, at this point, as if I was the opponent, I would concede already, I guess. But, I mean, he has his Shivana leveled. But he is running out of steam. Like, he has 3 more cards, and that's about it. And we are just get going here. Now, normally I wouldn't play Azir right away to protect him. But, like I mentioned, we have deny backup, so I want to get his summoning effects going off. And also, if we don't manage to summon enough, we can Ascendance Rise next round. And we will attack for sure here. And summon another unit. That's why I played the Azir, actually. To get a Sand Soldier in here. He will obviously block with the Herald here. Or Taliyah. If not, he gets 9 damage. Okay, that's a very interesting block. I guess he wants to prevent as much damage as he can. And he wants to preserve this for the Radiant Soul, I guess, to play him on mana 9. But at that point we will have our Azir leveled. Yeah, we'll pass here. No need to play our devoted console here yet. Like, we are still very healthy, We could play him to get our life back, but like I mentioned, no need up to now. We need to summon 3 more units, which we could technically do. Oh, here comes the Radiant Soul, I guess. Yes. Is that a problem? I think not. I will just go ahead and... I'll just go ahead and Ascendens right here. Like, he can't stop this. He has 2 mana for a single combat. I can deny this. Easy. Problem is, he will... Oh no, he won't level his Radiant Soul. We're good. Let's see that animation. With me, Shurima. Number 1. Here comes the animation for the Sun Disk. Here comes our other 2 ascendants. And the Ascendant. Whoa. Getting a bit too enthusiastic here. And we have our red deck, getting rid of one of our Spirit Sanders. We will just go ahead and block here. Block this. I think he wants to play his... what's his face? He could Strafing Strike my Azir. But I always have Denier back up here, so I'll just block like this. Like, I could use this to create an ephemeral Azir, but at this point he isn't too important anymore. We leveled him up, that's what we wanted. We have our Emperor stack rolling on. And yeah, I think from now on it's just a matter of time. He wants to kill off my Taliyah here. He would technically kill everything. But yeah, I don't want to let that happen. So I will just... what do I... Yeah, I want to preserve my mana gems, so I will just kill an ally, which would be this girl here. We don't give him any more strength for the Fury. Counter this, kill that. Have our Nasus up to 10 attack again, or as well. So... yeah, I guess it's pretty much over.
I do love an audience.
The power, my friend. Like, he could have a concerted strike now. I think it was a misplay by me. I don't have 4 mana for Rite of Negation. It was stupid. But he doesn't punish us, so we will just go ahead and copy our Nasus here. And party.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh fuck, he has Judgment. I'm so stupid, man. Why am I so stupid? I think because I'm recording. Oh man. I just threw the game so hard. Oh man, dude. Yeah. There you see how you don't do it. And the sad thing is that he will kill us on the next attack. Ah. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not how you do it.
My, how they stare. Admire me.
But we showed the power there. If you're not that stupid like I am, you would easily win this game. But we didn't. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, my stupidity isn't... is beyond levels. But this game stays in, definitely. Let's go for another one. Alright, we faced some pirate aggro. Really tough matchup for us. Like I mentioned, we want to find our Do we need an elusive here? No. I didn't mention her. I have her in a deck basically for the predict. And if we find a landmark, give her elusive to block elusive enemies. But mainly for the predict. The question is, do we need to predict any more landmarks as we find our ancient preparations in the rock hopper? I don't think we need her. We want to find something different. Yeah, not quite what I wanted. Find a Taliyah. You will have the turn 1, 2-1 with dealing 1 more damage. Oh, yeah, precious pet, whatever. We will go ahead and do we bury sandboarding? Like, the thing is, normally you want to deny the enemy game plan if they play aggro. So I probably just want to have ancient preparations to have countdown 0 on his next attack token. And we just predict for, there it is, Spirit Fire. This is what we need to survive. Recurve out into Rock Hopper. And if we have another mana to spare, we will directly Spirit Sanders, obviously, but at this point we need to preserve as much health as we can.
Sun's beneath me
And wind's behind me. We have a fearsome blocker now for the precious pet, which is important. I really want to remove that, but then again, I could remove her with Spirit Fire later down the line. Just 1 more damage. Yeah, I'm risking it. Because the moment he commits more units, I'm leaving myself wide open here. I don't have any more blockers right now, so I need him as a blocker. And we found our Dunekeeper. That's really nice.
No prey.
No pay. Yeah, that's annoying. We can't kill off the precious pet now. But it's what it is. Like, he can't attack with the Misfortune, I think. If he would, I would just block with the Clockling.
I've got us covered.
Okay, interesting. Interesting attack. Now, do I block this is the question. I don't think I will, honestly. Like I said, we will just kill a player on along with Spirit Fire, and we want to have another fearsome blocker if he has another of those. Yeah, now we Sundisk. Unfortunately, I can't Golden Ambassador now. But what I can do is... I'm just passing here. It's a tough choice. I think I'm just passing here. Like, if he open attacks on the next round, I will just Spirit Fire. If he develops, I will go for the Ruthless Predator. But I need to keep my spell mana open for the next round to actually pull off the Spirit Fire.
Explosives primed.
Okay, so he does develop. A lot of damage, man. Like, not her herself, I can deny her next round, but her ability. Yeah, I will just Ruthless Predator here. Kill the Misfortune off, I think it's important. Because she doesn't die from Spirit Fire next round, and he gets a free damage off of her. And I do this with the Clockling to actually play around potential Make It Rain. He's thinking about going for the Noxian Fervor, I think. Yep, there's Noxian Fervor. That's fine, like, we have his spell out there and we preserve our Clockling. But we are low on health already, like down to 9 definitely, as he will attack next round with those two, or with this alone is enough to give the 2 damage in. He will probably have a Gangplank here.
You'll never see it coming.
No, no Gangplank.
Spears ready.
We just safety block here in case he has any weird stuff. And do this. Actually killing off the whole board. Like I mentioned, we're down to 9. If he has a Decimate in hand, we could be in trouble. We have our Taliyah leveled up next round if we use the Ancient Preparations. This Gangplank is almost leveled. We will check what he's playing. Nothing. Okay. That's actually interesting. Now I want to predict here, for sure. See what we can get. Not optimal. I think I'm just getting the scout to predict again. And then we will just go ahead and level our Taliyah.
You know, second place is fun too.
No one likes the bad winners. My journey won't end until I'm through weaving it.
Still loving those animations. Just making sure that I'm not doing that much misplays like the last round. Oh, dude. This is actually very bad. Now I could attack, but then I force his Noxian Fervor, and I want to deny this in the next round, so I won't attack actually. So from now on we need to keep our mana open for Rite of Negation to actually deny his Noxian Fervor that he definitely draw with the Zepstrafen. Oh. Fuck my life. Is this the end already? Yeah. Like I said, bad matchup. We didn't drew into our Conceal, which would actually be able to constantly give us life back. It's very unfortunate. If he passes back, I'm super happy. But he won't do it. He's just thinking about what else he would play now.
Through the coral.
My life. We will replace the Clockling as we find an Exhaust. That's okay-ish. It's not good. Not good. Yeah, I guess it will skip.
Hello, world. I'm Zypha. Hello, Zypha. I'm world.
Again, not what we want to see. To be expected. We definitely kill an ally here to prevent that from happening. So this is 2 Noxian Fervors out, but he still threatens us with his Zepstrafen, and if he has a Decimate in hand, we're dead anyway. Like I could draw into the life, getting life back. No, never lucky. We do find a Preservarium though. None of our ascendants leveled yet. Find an our Spiritfire, which is nice. But he will have Decimate here, like I mentioned. GG. I don't want to make this video too long, but I think we need a third game to... Actually, like the first game was won. If you're not that stupid like I am, you would normally win this game, but let's actually look for a real win. Yeah, what happened now is that I lost one game to aggro, which was super boring. I was cutting that out, making a pause, gaining a P, and then was coming back, playing another match. Was super nice. It was with, against the Go Hard matchup. I leveled up the Nasus had a comeback there from 5 HP, killing him afterwards. And I didn't press the record button. Yeah, so actually, let's go for another third round. Like what I was also mentioning, after having my P and then talking to myself without recording, the mono Shurima isn't too good right now. And the reason for the is reason for that is that there will be 2 more expansions for Shurima. So the mono Shurima package will get stronger in the future. So yeah, but maybe that compensates the bug, so to say, that we have with the double Buried Sendesk right now. I have a load of landmarks and I love it, so I will keep this. We see a lot of card draw here. Just making sure everything is set this time. I'm not talking to myself again. Lee Sin could be nasty, but we have our Rite of Negation to deny his move, his kick. Just thinking a lot here, as we are going for the Sandboarding. Now I could drop the Rock Hopper, but will only be the Clockling being vulnerable then. And because he is not too aggressive, I think I want to preserve that for later and just draw right now. Like, he normally drops the Dragon Lady. All that. That's 4 damage, we can take this.
I don't want to meet whatever woke you up.
If he develops his board, we will play our Lockhopper. Okay, he's not. But I think I still want to play him.
Would you look at this place?
As we will go for the Golden Ambassador next round and try to draw into our Taliyah. The chance is 50-50 here. We could also go for the predict here, but double predict actually doesn't work. That's also important to know. What I did was predict the first time, then I got the card on top of my deck, and then I predicted again and I passed. And what happened was I got a random top card, so it actually reshuffles every time you predict. So keep that in mind if you want to double predict. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and Golden Ambassador.
We live in hallowed times.
And we have our pumped up Taliyah here. Inner Sanctum. Okay. I'm fine with that. Does he want to drop the Lee Sin? Okay. Actually wants him to be vulnerable, I guess. Now I think I don't want to play Taliyah up to now, because he will remove my Taliyah. So I will just go with this. We see an exhaust. I think that's ultimately good. Yeah. We go with the exhaust. +2 attack is not good. I hope he doesn't find the overwhelm. Probably not. Ah, spell shield, okay. Combination is so stupid. We just get a double cast count upon what is actually only one spell. And he finds a +2 health.
Prepare yourself.
See what I've learned?
This is so
I
stupid.
will run you over.
We block like this. Get our exhaust. And we have leveled our Taliyah up to now. So we go for it.
My journey won't end until I'm through eating. Keep your eyes on the horizon and
So she has 5 attack plus the 6 damage from her rocks, which will deny the shield that he gets. But I don't think ultimately if it's enough. Like, if he levels up, he has one with the spell shield, one with the normal shield. Yes, so he will remain with 1 health, so I have to actually exhaust to remove the spell shield here.
Beware falling rocks.
And hope for the best. By now he will die. He's rethinking here what he could do to save his dude. Okay. He doesn't. We're lucky. He has another Inner Sanctum. And probably has another Lee Sin in hand. As we find our second Taliyah.
Force is meaningless without
There's
skill.
that stupid idiot. I mean, we could actually deny what he does, or we just Ancient Hourglass. This should be enough, right? But first of all, we predict. Prosivarium is pretty good here. We already have one console in hand.
As the dragon wills.
Gets the +1/+1 again. I hope no overwhelm. But at this point he actually needs to get it. Like, he can't be that unlucky. Okay. No overwhelm for him.
Firm. Center your spirit.
The reason, or the fact that he attacks with that is super good for us, because we can now do this and then duplicate our Taliyah, which is another super decent combo I didn't mention. But it's a classic Taliyah combo. We saw that also in the... I use it in I. Yeah, or not before. We could deny that, which is, I think, what we want to do. And we deny his complete move. But then we can't play our double lady here, unfortunately. But that's it. You can't deny the deny. You doesn't have enough mana. I will just cancel here to heal a bit.
Once more. Blessings of abundance.
Tough, super tough. I think we're predicting first, and then we are drawing. Another Ancient Hourglass is what we want to go for.
Thanks for looking out for us, Zypha. Well, someone has to, no?
Looks like I'm ready. Bye bye.
Some rocks just won't sit still.
Taking this. If he wants to block with the Lee Sin, he goes down to 1 health, I think. Just realized that. Slowly but surely we're getting down in HP. As we will play our Preservarium here. Draw into our Hourglass. We actually didn't draw into any of our ascendants. Like, we had 20 cards left and we need our ascendants rise here.
Prepare yourself. Into the forest.
Now we could play our own Spirit Fire. I think that's worth it. Or is it though? I think I would just kill this off. Ancient Hourglass again. Or he does have another deny, if he's thinking that much. We really need to find our ascendants. Our... Like, Azir is close to leveling here. I can't double that up, I don't have enough space, unfortunately. This is super, super unlucky. But I think a second Taliyah is worth it though.
Come on, there's so much to see.
Like, we make use of our mana basically here.
An era of prosperity.
Come on! Where are my fucking ascendants? Jesus Christ.
Turn the stones.
Where did my buff go though? I had a +2/+2 on her. Oh, she still has the Spirit Fire on her. Never mind. Yeah, we'll just attack like this.
You're strange.
Threaten a lot of damage. Okay. He accepts it.
Okay.
Okay, I take damage. What we want to see.
Some rocks just won't sit still.
Where are my heroes, dude? I draw into all of my Taliyahs, I think. Also in the predictions, I mean, I could have seen any of those in my predictions, right? But I didn't. So stupid.
I fight with my spirit.
Place another spell here.
Center your
Threatens my Taliyah. I could deny this. Is it worth it though? I think it's not. Thing is, if I go for Spirit Fire, I will just deny 2 damage here. It's ultimately not worth it. So just take damage. And just play another console here to heal up more.
Gives the city life. The Emperor commands, the land obeys.
I could just go with this to draw.
Of abundance.
This is so stupid, man.
Beware falling rocks.
Trying attack again.
Not hold back.
Now he blocks with the Lee Sin, okay. It's interesting. Like the more spells he commits now, the less activator does he have later down the line to actually get his ability go.
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes either.
Yep. Me neither. So he does take the damage. The tough really helps him out here a lot. But then again, he didn't find the overwhelm, which would be better for him.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
Oh, the Lee Sin is down to 1 HP.
Prosperity.
We find both Ascendants rights before we find any Ascendants, ladies and gentlemen. So stupid.
Prepare yourself.
Now I think I do wanna go for the Spirit Fire here. Potentially preserving our Taliyah here and also killing the Lee Sin. If he wants to deny that, we can deny the deny. But he does not. So right now his Lee Sin is threatened by dying. Not how that works, dude. Like, he will die in the next round though. Yeah, but I don't want to waste my deny on that. Oh yeah, we just
Breathe in,
wait.
breathe out.
Blessings of abundance.
Exhaust is nice, but I would rather see any of my
Keep your eyes on the horizon and
Of my
feet on the
ascendens.
ground.
14 cards in it. So stupid.
Some rocks just won't sit still.
Now I have to actually attack him to not let him survive. Getting rid of his shield. Okay, so he does. By the time I guess he has his third Lee Sin.
The bounty of our success.
Okay, he surrenders.
What a great day!
I'm not really happy with that, to be honest with you. Like, I wanted to show my ascendants actually leveling. So what I will do is show maybe a short form of this last game. and go for one last. Alright, our last game is against Control, the Meta King. Let's see if we can beat that. We want to have our Ascendens in deck in the first place. We don't have much to slay in this deck, I think, from the enemy. Okay. I think he has the 2-1 to draw, right? Yeah, I want to keep it. Draw into Nasus again, unfortunately. Oh yes, Frozen Thoughts. So it's big icy dudes against big sandy dudes. Let's see who wins. We draw to both of our cards here. Yeah, we need the Taliyah, unfortunately. Like, we don't have her in hand. As much as I want to go for the Ascendens Rise.
A dark cloud looms on the horizon. Plans within plans.
Not much we can do here. Just drawing a bigger Taliyah, I think. Yep. We're lacking our key cards here. Like the landmarks. If he wants to burn this mana, I'm fine with it. If he has the 5 cost dude,
The cold creeps in.
we are in a bit of trouble.
We've got things to do.
Common trick to be expected. As we go for the double armor here.
Point the way, and I'll make the way.
He burns mana again. It's a lot. We could try to kill her here. I think that's what I want to do. Do they run Ruination? I think they do. Yeah, I'll just try. We have our Ancient Hourglass in the back.
Relax your knees.
And we can double up our Taliyah there. If he goes for a cheeky trick to remove her. Okay. But doesn't it mean that my Taliyah levels from that? So yeah, why not? Doubling those up.
Come on, there's so much to see. Distance means so little when family means so much.
So yeah, thanks for the level up progressing there. Now we really need to find our Ascendens Rise. Or the Azir. But we still have a long way to go. To actually level him up. Okay. I'm fine with that. So yeah, we will just
Needle.
attack. Have a full stack. Well, we saw the glory of Taliyah, but for Ascendens, and combinations take forever.
What a great day!
Great. Great day. Now, do I want to make this video take forever? I don't think so. Okay, at this point, I'll promise you guys to record another session, but I don't want to expand it too much at that point. I showed you the viability of another win con there with Taliyah. Like, we could also do this with our Hourglass and then copy the Taliyah down the line if they wouldn't entomb us, but the entomb actually helped us out there. So a bit an experienced player there, I guess. Yeah, but it is what it is. So at that point, I thank you very much for watching. Do my awkwardly outro as always, and maybe subscribe, help me out if you want to, if you enjoyed this video. And I'll leave it at that. As always, stay legendary, be legendary, and Vlad out.